So one of the most powerful things you can do to improve customer experience, to improve employee experience, is to empower your employees. And what we're going to do now is go through 9 ideas for empowering employees that can help you do it better and more effectively. Now, the first one is just loosen the reins, right? There's all these reasons that employees fail with customers. And if you can loosen the reins, you can reduce the hassle. Just give them some more leeway in general. Just understand that there's a fear associated with empowering employees. You're worried about what they might do, and it's usually, not always, but usually unfounded. We usually have the reins a little too tight. So just loosen up. That's the first thing. All right, the second thing is this: broaden and deepen responsibilities. This is called sort of vertical and horizontal empowerment, which is job enlargement, which is including more responsibilities, and then job enrichment, which is deepening the responsibilities within the role. All right, the third one is going to be demonstrate that you trust your team. Teams have to understand that they can take action, right? That they can do it without repercussion. So when you empower employees, it has to be in a safe space, for lack of a better term, right? They have to be able to feel like they can improvise, they can take action on behalf of the employee, and you're not going to eat their lunch for it. All right, now the fourth one is pretty interesting. It's provide an allowance. Now, when we talk about empowerment, there's a lot of ways to empower employees, but one of the ways is the most obvious one. It is to give them some money, enable them to comp, enable them to give a discount or a refund, right? Give them a budget. And we see this at Starbucks. Starbucks doesn't argue with you if you if they mess up your drink, right? They just make you another one, because the lifetime value of a Starbucks customer is like $14,000 or something like that, and the cup of coffee costs them 50 cents. So they are not going to tick you off over that. They have empowered their employees to just make the cup of coffee again. Ritz-Carlton, this is one of the most popular videos. Make sure to check out this video on our YouTube channel. Has a $2,000 rule. Their employees are empowered up to $2,000. All right, so the fifth idea is allow for creativity in creating customer experiences, right? Allow them to improvise, to make it up, because the whole point of empowerment is you can't predict everything that's going to happen in a customer journey. You can't know what's going to happen, and you've got to give your employees the training and the cultural sort of impetus to make the decisions in real time, to understand the situation and use their best judgment. All right, so number 6 is you got to monitor empowerment. You've got to monitor the systems and all of that, because empowerment can get away from you. It can get off track. People can start doing the wrong thing. People can start, more commonly, believe it or not using the empowerment, feeling like they can't use it, or just not caring enough. So it's a cultural thing. It's a monitoring thing. Think of empowerment like you think of any system. It's something you want to understand how it's being used, how it's effective, and how you can improve it. All right, the 7th idea for employee empowerment, and this is a powerful one, is share customer feedback. Now, what does that have to do with empowerment? Well, customer feedback can actually give you a recipe for sort of looking at a situation, right? A lens into what happened and how could an empowered employee have done something. You can use it as a learning tool to say, hey, here's a way you could have gone outside the box, right? This is not something we've seen before, but you know what? If you'd have done this, that would have been great. And next time something like this or similar to this happens, you can do it. So use customer feedback as a tool for teaching empowerment strategies. All right, the 8th idea is to collaborate on decision making with your employees. So, and what does that mean? That means, empowerment happens in real time, face-to-face, phone-to-phone, chat-to-chat with customers. But thinking about empowerment can also happen behind the scenes, backstage, as we say in customer experience. And you want to collaborate on ideas for empowerment, because here's the thing. One of your 50 employees, one of your 500 employees may have an idea for how to solve an issue that the other 499 employees wouldn't think about. And if you collaborate, if you get together on it, you can share these ideas to empower your teams to take these actions, to use these strategies across the board, and then everybody gets better. All right, the 9th and final idea for employee empowerment is culture. It's focused on being customer-centric. Here's the thing. Empowerment is, in the end, sort of an improvisational tool, right? It's giving them the ability to do more than they could before. and they have to know why they're doing it. They have to have a customer-centric attitude. They have to be dedicated to improving the customer experience so that when they see a situation or they face a situation they haven't had before, their first inclination, their first goal is to fix it for the customers, to figure out a way to ask, how can I do this? And that comes from having a customer-centric culture and instilling a customer-centric attitude in your team. So I always say employee empowerment is our 3E in our customer experience leadership framework, the 3E leadership framework. Employee empowerment is the win-win-win of customer experience. It's a win for your customers. They get their issues solved in real time. It's a win for your employees. They feel empowered. They feel more engaged by being able to take control of a situation and not have a situation escalate. And that lack of escalation, those happier customers, those happier employees, well, guess what? They are a win for leadership. They are a win for profitability, and they are a win for the entire organization. So these were 9 ideas for employee empowerment. I hope you use them well.